Hey guys, and welcome back to another deck preview here on the channel. We are jumping into Kinemon today. Sounds like a Digimon for some weird reason, but it's One Piece. Set to Paramount War, releasing very, very soon. So we want to go over all the previews that we can for every leader. Make sure you check those out on the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like on this video if you are happy with the deck list, and let me know in the comments if this is a deck that you're going to play or what you would change in it. So let's jump into it, guys. I want to show you what I'm cooking here, what we're brewing. Again, Kinemon, 5 life, 5k power. This ain't no Whitebeard situation. His activate main once per turn. When you have one or less characters in play, reduce the play cost of the next 3 cost or higher Wano country type character card you play from your hand by 1 during this turn. So guess what we're gonna do? Fill this deck up with Wano country cards. And as you can see, we got to put the stock standard green good stuff in. This is obviously, like I mentioned, a 1 per turn. We're going to be putting 4 Momos in. Very straightforward. You tap it, you pay a Don, you look at the top 5 to reveal a Wano country type card added to your hand. Very, very good. This is actually going to be free, and you can do that turn 1. 1 or less characters, you can literally play them for free. Then you can tap and search on your turn 1. If you go first and you find Momo, beautiful start to the game itself. Then we're going to be moving over to Beige, the classic, the 4 cost blocker that cost 1. Doesn't need more explanation than that. Is searchable by Jewelry Bonnie, which we're going to be looking at now. The same as Momo. Jewelry will not be able to be played for free from the effect, but it's still a fantastic card that you'll be able to play for 1, tap 1, rest it, and grab a Supernova. So really important. Search engine in green. Pretty much all 3 of these cards are almost stock standard in every green deck that you see, and that's not going to change here. Moving on to Killer, we're still in the OP1 cards as well. A lot of these cards are common and uncommon, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem trying to find these cards. They're very, very easily sought. They're very easily found, but they are sought after because they are really good in green for the meta that we're in now, and for the meta that we'll probably be in for the next couple of months. 4 killer, 2 cost, 2k, blocker. You can put a Don underneath, and on block, if you control 3 or more characters, draw 1 card. The fact that you play a lot of weenies, Killer's on block effect can usually go off. So he'll probably pop himself as a block, and then you'll be able to draw 1 as well. 2 Cat Viper, strong card. It's a 2 cost, 3k. On play, you can rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. You can rest blockers. A lot of blockers are 1 to 2 cost. 1 to 2k. 1 or 2 cost is the right way to put it. And he'll be able to rest them if you wanted to go for lethal, or you wanted to kind of control the swings that you can get in, or even if you wanted to swing at those cards itself as well. 4 Scratchman Apu. You're not really playing this card. You're using it for the counter. The 2k counters are so strong in this game. You just literally put him for 4, and then he can also be grabbed by Jewelry Bonnie because he is a Supernova, depending on your situation. 4 Izu, really fantastic card. Again, another 4 of, because she's a counter 2k, and then also her on-play effect is pretty good. You can rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. She is a 3 cost 3k. Something to obviously keep in mind as well, if you don't want to play her for the 3 cost 3k to rest, you've got the 2k counter as well, which is quite good. You got Okiku here as well. Always a really, really nice card. She's a 3 cost 5k, 4 of here. Put a Don underneath. When she attacks, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. There is a lot of big boy blockers out there these days, especially if you're looking at Queen in purple. And a couple of other cards as well. So a lot of board control with this kind of deck. You're kind of resting everything. You got 3 cost rest, you got 4 cost rest, you got 5 card rest. Yeah, and you've also got the ability to on block be able to draw a card. Pretty good on everything. And then we're going to move into Rizo as well. He is a 3 cost 4K. We're going to put him at 4. When attacking once per turn, if you have 2 or more rested characters, draw 1. Put 1 Don underneath him. He's a 5K swing, and you get to draw 1 as well. So no lack of draw in this deck. No lack of control in this deck as well, which is fantastic. We're going to keep getting into the other cards as well that will play off this on there as well. And obviously, as you remember from the leader, any Wayno country type, if you have 1 or less characters in play, do get rested. You've got Izu from the Wayno country. You've got Cat Viper. You've got Okiku. You've got Rizo as well. And then we're still going into some of the other cards as well. So Yamato, 4 cost 6K. This card's name is also treated as Kazuki Odin. On play, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less. Crazy. You can pretty much rest anything from 2 to 6 from this point where we're at in the preview, which is pretty much fantastic to do what you need to do. You just kind of control the whole of your opponent's board. And again, if you've got 1 or less characters, she comes out for 3, Rizo comes out for 2, Okiku comes out for 2. All really, really good options to play for 1 less. 3 X-Drakes. Here's a 5K, a 5 cost 6K. On play, you can KO 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. Plays really, really well with some of your other cards. If you're swinging with a Kiku or you're playing Izu, X-Drake will be able to KO them once they're rested as well. So really nice interaction. Of course, we're going to put 4 Kid into the deck. Self-explanatory. 7 cost 7K. He is a blocker. And if you put 1 Don underneath him at the end of your turn, you get to set him as active to activate his blocker ability on your opponent's turn. Very, very strong card. Can swing for 7. You can even put a Don under him at the start of the turn, let him swing for 8, and then untap him for the blocker next turn. And having a 7K blocker, for those that have played green, you know how obnoxious it is. And for those who haven't played against green or brand new to the card game, Kid is going to be your best friend. As simple as that. And you'll understand when you start to play him. We're going to put the new SR into the deck. We're going to put him at 3. The Kazuki Odin, he's obviously going to be able to come down for 7, depending on your board situation. Activate main once per turn for 3. You may rest the specified number of Don, obviously. Set this character as active, so he can swing twice. And then on KO, you can play up to 1 Wayno country type character card with a cost of 3 from your deck. Not your hand, your deck. And these things get triggered as well as on play. Because they don't say when this card is played from your hand. So you can play the Cat Viper. You can rest another card that's inactive if you really like. If it's kind of like a threat to you, you can play Izu if you wanted to. You can play where was I looking? You can play Rizo if you wanted to. I don't really have 1 or less. It's an activate main, yeah. So wouldn't really be able to do the leader effect on your turn unless you, I don't know, KO it yourself. But you're really looking to do this in your opponent's turn and then be able to play something that'll rest 1 of their characters to kind of, I guess, mitigate that pressure. Lastly, we're looking at Paradise Waterfall, a 2 of a very good counter card itself. Your leader or 1 of your characters gains 2,000 power during this battle. Then set up to 1 of your characters as active. The trigger on this card, you can KO up to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. Great card to find in your life with a lot of these abilities being able to rest your opponent's characters as well. Obviously, this is only playable in your opponent's turn. And then KOing will only be off the trigger. So we only put it at 2, but we've only got 2 event cards in here. We really want to focus on being able to kind of play the board, play your game, be able to control everything. And then even go for game with these big boys here. So, Kazuki will be able to swing twice if you pay 3. Kind of reminiscent of the Law Leader in the last set. You pay 3, you untap, but you don't have to discard. Here's an 8K naturally. And yeah, pretty good SR to go with this deck specifically. I can definitely see it being it has its place in the meta, with all the low bodies and the ability to play for free. But that just might mean that the original um, Kazuki Odin leader might actually be stronger with the release of OP2. So keep an eye out for those ones, guys. But again, that's what the preview looks like, from our side. Anyway, let me know if you have any changes. Let me know if you like the idea. Let me know if there's anything that you would maybe prefer playing. Obviously, there's a lot of new leaders coming out, a lot of new possibilities and opportunities to kind of build something amazing. But that's it from me, guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Um, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you enjoy this type of content, we will be going through every leader if we haven't already by the time you watch this. Um, but yeah, let me know what you think. Check out our other deck previews based on what you want to play. And hopefully, we'll see you in some of the next videos, guys. Take care and enjoy.